Hello everyone. Right, it's Chris Newell again. This is more WordPress. So in my last set of videos we looked at just what all these different tabs on the left hand side do, what all the menu items in WordPress do. And now we're going to start to make something. And I suppose most people would start by, going to, I don't know, pages and adding a new page, or going to posts and adding a new post. Well, we're going to do it a slightly different way. We're going to start by creating the categories that our posts are going to go into. And I'll explain a bit later why that is, but just basically, once we've got categories, we can create menus, and that's kind of important. So, yeah, let's go back. This is a completely sort of vanilla version of WordPress. The only thing that might slightly different, even though I'm actually doing this in 2020, I'm using the 2019 theme. So it may be slightly different, the 2020 default theme or whatever theme you're using. It doesn't really matter. The principle is the same. So so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to posts and we're going to create some categories for our posts so that our posts are kept really nice and organized. So posts, categories, and we're going to name our categories. So I would imagine that the most useful thing is to name them after the modules you're doing. So let's say that you're doing a 3D module. You don't actually have to put module, and you certainly don't put £D. 3D. Now the slug can be the same thing, 3D. It's really a sort of URL friendly version of the name, but it's arguably, I suppose it could be 3 lowercase d. Doesn't make really sense though, does it? We're not going to have a sort of parent category or anything at the moment. I'm not going to fill in the description. I'm just going to add a category called 3D for the moment. So I'm going to add that new category, and now it's appeared over here along with one other category, the default category, which most of you will still have, called uncategorized, but you don't really want to put anything in that unless it literally is something that doesn't sort of fall into any of your other categories. Now I'll create another category named after a module. Now I run a module called Design Play Create, but I think what I'll do is I'll call it DPC, and then I'll put the slug in as Design Play Create. I'm going to add that category, and then I'll just put in a third category called, I don't know, let's call it Visual Design. I'll just do that in lowercase as the slug, and add new category. Okay, so now you've got 3 categories: Visual Design, Design Play Create, and 3D, and they are there ready for you to create some posts to go in those categories, and we'll look at that in the next video.